Hello everyone, this is me, the curator of Athletic League, and in the last video I covered the keybinds and controls for the game and how you move around the environment and like kicking and shoving and all these kinds of things. And today we'll be talking about stamina reduction or stamina addition. So when you start racing, you always start off with 100% of all your stamina. That's just a guarantee. And this goes for sprinting events, any event, basically. So, that's the gist of it. Now, the faster you press the button, like the space bar for sprinting events, or the I key, which I have now decided it should be different, so I'll cover the new change later. But yeah, the I key, how fast you press the space bar, the I key, is dependent on your stamina. So if you press like the space bar or the I key really fast, the stamina will drain really fast. So now you know that, let's get into the specifics of it. So basically, doing a bunch of things can either have an effect on your stamina that reduces it or makes it add up. So with hurdle jumps, if you jump over a hurdle, each hurdle you jump over will have a 0.5 stamina reduction per hurdle. This goes for all events, by the way. So like the steeplechase and sprinting events. So with failed hurdle jumps, you actually get way more of a stamina reduction because there's a specific key time you have to press the jump key. And if you press it too early, if you press it too late, then you might actually just fail the hurdle and you'll get even less stamina. And you'll slow down a bit. It's the same thing with water jumps, but water jumps actually have a 0.5 more stamina reduction. So it's 1% stamina reduction every time you jump over one, and it's a 2% stamina reduction when you fail one, just so you know that. So, as we've discussed, the L key can help you shove or move around players. If you every time you shove or move positions, you actually get 0.5 stamina reduction per movement. So this goes for like not even just like speeding up or out kicking people, whatever. That's always a 0.25 stamina reduction per person or per movement, whatever. If getting tripped, now I've covered the 25% chance that you might get tripped when someone's shoving or that you might trip someone, the 25% chance. But if you're the person that gets tripped, you use 3% stamina. Yeah, that's bad. So, what about kicking? Well, kicking, yeah, it gives you a huge stamina boost, but it also makes it so you're going to lose a bunch of stamina per second. So, kicking will lose you about 0.75 stamina per second. So that's a lot of stamina, and it'll add up over time. Watch. So make sure to always strategize your kicks in the last 300 to 100 of a race because you don't want to lose all of that energy immediately. If you get out kicked, so let's say you and another person are both kicking and someone just kicks over you like during the last 200 of a race, then you'll lose 1% of stamina, sadly. I know, it sucks, but that's how it goes. Because in the real life, when you're getting out kicked, you just go slower. That's just how it happens. And running on a lane other than one, which I covered in the last video, which is why I wanted to make this video for stamina reduction. So let's say you're running in lane 1. You will have 0% stamina reduction or 0% stamina addition. You will just be running in lane 1. But if you move to lane 2, you have 0 stamina reduction per second. And it's not a case where like, oh, I can move to lane 8 and I'll still have a 0.25 stamina reduction. No, it adds up. So lane 2, you'll have a 0.25 stamina reduction per second. But then if you move to lane 3, you have a 0.5% stamina reduction per second. And then if you move to lane 4, it's 0.25 per lane added on top of it. So by lane 8, you'll be having 1.75% of stamina reduction per second. And that's not good. which is why you should always stay around lane 1 or lane 2, because you do not want to be on those outer lanes. So that incentivizes you to just stay in lane 1 and you'll have 0% stamina reduction. Now, what about stamina addition? Well, passing someone actually gives you 0.5 stamina addition. So every time you pass someone, you actually get 0.5 stamina. This is not actually when you're shoving over people. This is when you're just speeding up with the I key. That's what gives you a 0.5 stamina addition. Out kicking someone, like I covered earlier, the person that's getting out kicked loses stamina. If you outkick the person, then you gain 1% stamina. Now, if you trip someone, you actually gain stamina, which is kind of funny. The person that gets tripped just loses some stamina, and then the person that trips them just gets some stamina. That's fun. So, I'm just gonna go down here. The most important ones, these are the ones that are just sprinting only, is the hurdle jumps and the passing someone. All the rest are distance specific. So hurdle jumps and passing someone are just sprinting. The sprinting related ones. But if you want to count, the steeplechase, all of them apply to distance events. But only the hurdle jumps and passing someone apply to the sprinting events. Everything else, including those two, apply to distance events. So that's just a key fact about that. But yeah, these may be changed in the future, but that's just like a rundown of everything that works. And summary, for the sprinting events, hurdle jumps, 1.5 stamina reduction, and passing someone, 0.5 for both. 0.5 stamina addition for passing someone. And then for distance events, all of them apply. So there's no distance specific ones. All of them apply for distance events. So that's just what I was talking about. This one was kind of rushed. It was just kind of confusing with all the numbers. I literally just right now, I just said hurdle jumps 1.5. Sorry, I meant 0.5. You could obviously see that. And that's basically it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Yeah.